What is up, and welcome to the first episode slash pilot of Duty Roulette. My name is Sean, and with me today are a shitload of guests. So we're going to start things off with introductions. Let's start with you, Ian.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name's Ian. I'm on the Gilgamesh server as Isolde Turin, and I started playing Final Fantasy XIV during the open beta on the PS3.
I'm Peepsy. I play on the server that God forgot, Balmung. My main job for Stormblood's Dragoon / Samurai, and I've been playing 14 since 4 years ago.
My name is Sean, aka Barlock Backbiter of Bernhilder, and I'm going to be maining Dark / Paladin for Stormblood, and I started playing in patch 2.2.
My name is Vivi. I play Vivian Rosier on Gilgamesh. I'm a very self-loathing Bard main, because you kind of have to be at this point. And I plan on playing Bard through Stormblood. I started in 2.4, and, well, I'm not going anywhere.
My name's Yuri and Astral Fourth on Gilgamesh. I am dropping the cane that I've been running since Heavensward, and I am playing Monk / Samurai in Stormblood. And of course, I started playing back when Heavensward released.
Alright, so our first topic, we're going to be talking about what we're going to be doing on day 1 of Stormblood. What is going to be your main activity? Let's start with you, Vivi.
Day 1?
Day 1, baby. 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I'm going to try and get on the servers first. Might take an hour or so. Honestly, I just plan to launch right into the story. I'm super hyped for that, really.
No samurai.
No, I don't have the patience for that.
What about you, Mr. Peepsy?
Probably half and half between the story and spending time Palace of the Dead. All the people that I play with are going to be pushing through the story because none of them want to level their new classes. And I don't want to get left behind. I want us to have the 4-man group going into content because, you know, social's all about, is what this game's all about. But as soon as they pass out, I'm going to be grinding Palace of the Dead like I have been for the last 6 months.
Do you have your 99.99 yet?
Oh yeah, I actually just cleared floor 200 about a week ago.
Still
Congrats.
done that. Pretty regretful for me, at least. So, do you have all your gear set up for Samurai at 50 and 60?
Yeah, I got a set for 50 ready. I got a set for 60 ready. I have a small chart of where all my abilities are going to go on my hotbar. A little overprepared.
He has Google Translate ready.
I have Google Translate ready so that I know what the skills mean. I'm taking Rosetta Stone Japanese so that I can properly make my macros for all my abilities to call out.
Did you get a preemptive name change to Batosai the Manslayer?
No, I went with Hironi Kenshin. I felt
that's
like,
decent.
you know, I want to be a little bit classy.
That's decent. Ian, what are you doing day 1?
Day 1, I'm a perpetual casual. I've been playing since the game came out on the PlayStation, but it takes me forever to get through, a whole expansion, usually like the last 3 weeks. So I've been grinding out animas and stuff. I'm going to run my Dragoon through the story. Probably going to work on leveling my tanks as well. But day 1, I'm just going to be all about the story.
Oh, it's kind of like a weird segue. Did everyone get their 275 relic?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like a week away of because I'm lazy. I can't find all that stuff.
I have 3.
That's disgusting.
I got mine on Astro just because I wanted to be able to hold an entire galaxy in my hand.
It's not bad.
Jeez.
So I'm praying that they're gonna have the same thing where my 275 is not useless and I can actually trade it in.
Oh, assuredly.
I swear to God, if they don't do that with this Eureka bullshit.
Answer me this: are you ever tempted to take your Star Globe and like shoot it at the nearest garbage can? Just yell Kobe.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Better off tossing away Mage Cane in the trash can.
Oh.
So Yuri, what are you doing day one?
I'm gonna be leveling Samurai to 60, and you guys have already given me shit on this, but I'm actually taking Monk through the Stormblood story
Yeah, I don't get
because
that.
I want the canon ending. Thank you very much. My character is a Highlander monk. Like, this is my expansion. I gotta get that canon ending.
Well, excuse me. The canon ending is obviously when you're playing as my character, though. So, since I'm the warlight.
I
don't
think
know
that's a
if you
great
guys saw
idea.
the
Yuri.
trailer, but
I like
some of the
I like
cutscenes. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ian.
Oh, I was just saying, just the commitment to taking it through like that, playing through Heaven's Ward as a dragoon. I thought that was pretty awesome. But this is definitely Monk's expansion for sure.
You know how many monks there are going to be in Duty Finder?
5.
I'm gonna laugh
Man.
whenever Monk goes the way of Astrologian in the first patch of Heaven's Ward, and it's like trash.
I mean, it's already looking to be that way since Samurai is just better.
Were any of you guys disappointed by the jobs that we got?
I wasn't, honestly. I think the two jobs that we got show a lot of polish.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Red Mage, that's like a classic Final Fantasy job. But how many times has Samurai been in a Final Fantasy game? Other than 11 and maybe like 1 or 2 of the other games.
Well, I think that's the coolest thing, because we got kind of the quintessential Swiss Army knife Final Fantasy class, but we also got this weird, like, sort of niche class that has, a very unique aesthetic to it. And
That thematically fits.
yeah, exactly. I feel like we got the best of both worlds here.
Yeah, a lot of people were clamoring for Dancer, and like I could see it, but with the themes that we're going into Stormblood with, the places that we're going to be, Samurai and Red Mage just fit so perfectly thematically with what we're doing.
I'm putting my money down. Next expansion is going to be Thavnair, and that's where we're going to get Dancer.
No.
Thavnair's so small, I can't see that.
Yeah. My money down is on Garlemald with Magitech Knight as being a tank.
Yeah. And then we're going to get Gunblades.
Yeah,
I mean,
Gunblade be the
people have
weapon.
wanted it since 1.0.
I could
swear to
absolutely
God, if
see
we don't get Blue
Gunblades.
Mage and Beastmaster,
No, we're going to get Blue Balls.
there's going to be a fucking problem.
I kind of
We're
thought we were
gonna
going to
get
get Blue
something.
Mage. I really thought the whole Spider-Man shirt thing, the whole like the couple theories.
Oh my god.
I thought it was
So
going to
you
be Blue
zigged
Mage.
when you should have zagged.
The second Samurai was revealed, and Yoshi stepped out on stage. I didn't even need to hear the English. I just heard Sam Raimi, and I...
Right, and
I
I can
just
see it. I can
facepalmed.
see it both ways. I mean, I played 11. I'm eternally disappointed by Dark Knight because that was my main in 11. But I can see, but again, for fan service jobs, Samurai definitely, Blue Mage, Dancer I think is a bit out there, a bit greedy for a fan service job.
Yeah. Well,
Are you
define
kidding me?
fan service.
That is the fan service job. They get all of the, silk.
Right. But it's just like, okay, Samurai. People were obsessed with Samurai in 11. It was a tank that got played as a damage dealer. That's a whole thing. That was like a cult in 11. And the same thing with Red Mage. I love Red Mage in 11, so I'm excited for that one more than anything. But it's like it's one of those jobs where people are obsessive about.
The best thing about the Dancer AF1 is that it lifts and separates.
Oh my god.
Zingers.
Yeah, I think the one advantage though Red Mage has over Samurai is Red Mages do have the best hats.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely.
Also, I think as a lore nerd, Red Mage is extremely interesting. I'm really excited to see where they fit with all the lore of being a mix of black and white magic.
Oh yeah, after the War of the Magi? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
so-
going to shed a lot of light on everything that happened during the 6th...
Oh yeah, I mean, what I guess is kind of what we think we know so far of it is that they're the survivors of the flood calamity that settled down in the mountains. it was higher than Floodwater.
I think that's a great idea, and I never even thought about the potentials of Red Mage for peeling back the layers on some lore and stuff like that. That is a great idea. That's awesome.
I feel like that's where the Red Mage quests are really going to excel. People looking for flashy action and like rapiers and stuff like that and big feathered hats. I mean, they're going to be satisfied, but the stories of the actual job quests are really going to be for those diehard lore nerds.
Yeah.
And like Samurai's interesting, but I don't feel like Samurai is as interesting lore-wise, to me at least.
I want the Samurai quests to be really campy, like the first ninja ones.
Yeah, just avenging your fallen clan, having to kill your long-lost brother who killed all your family.
What do you guys think about the
that's
story
Naruto.
quest only being every few levels now? Like, it's going to be like maybe like 2 or 3 quests for the 10 levels.
I'm
Opposed
like-
to every 2.
No, I don't.
I'm fine with
Oh,
it.
you mean for your job quest?
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
totally
really
cool with
mind
it.
Doesn't
If they
bother
can fit a
anybody.
good story into 2 or 3 quests, then I have no problem with it. It's better than dragging it out like Paladins.
Because, I mean, some of
Yeah.
the stories were pretty bad in Heaven's Ward, in my opinion.
It also depends
Yeah,
on
the
if it's going to be
dragon.
multi-step. If it's going to be multi-step as well, how many steps is the quest going to be? That's a big, it could be just as many steps, but in 3 quests as opposed to 5.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, some of the quest trains for the classes in Heaven's Ward were really lacking. Like it was the Dragoon expansion and Dragoon class quests were literal garbage.
That fucking
I-
chick, dude. Oh my god.
I liked her.
I didn't mind it, but like the dichotomy between what Dragoon became and after Heaven's Ward and like how the stories didn't line up exactly, that's just like a quibble. But the Dark Knight one, going from 50 to the 60s one, from like it was so cool when you fought your dark side. Then it's like literally, I just finished it last night. It's like literally like it was like the worst one. I couldn't even stand it.
Oh, so you haven't even done the 50 to 60 quests.
No, I am an extreme casual. I take 6-month breaks. I take year breaks. I come back. I never stop paying my sub. I'm like a diehard fan, but it's just
So
just
let's be
time.
honest here. All that I care about is that White Mage cleanses some more taints.
Yes.
The Y Mage.
No, they moved on from Taints and they're on to Gooches now.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
one like story quest NPC that I really liked was a Shiva from the White Mage quests. She was just so much this like outside observer kind of to all this weird Pajali crap.
I've never leveled a healer and paid attention.
But I would scrub her taint with my face if I had to. Don't put that in.
Hey,
I think
That is
It has
fucking
to be the
staying
right
there.
girl.
That's gonna be a fucking drop or
I
something.
think we're moving on.
Right, girl.
Yeah, I think we're moving on from cleansing Taints to cleansing Gunts.
Oh, jeez.
This is devolved.
This has gone down a really curvy
The White
road there.
Mages and the Gubu have always had a very close connection.
Listen, this reached its natural conclusion. There was no other way it was going to go once we started talking about job quests.
What a great finish.
Oh.
You guys think
So
any
is
of
anyone-
the job quest NPCs are gonna play a big role like Astinian did in
I
Heaven's
think
Ward?
the Monk one almost has to.
Monk spoilers for anyone who hasn't done the Monk's quest, but Widgarelt is the rightful king of Alamigo, so if he does not show up, that is just bad planning on their part.
I've heard
Yeah,
that, and I've
Vidar
heard
Hill.
that's total bullshit.
No, his actual name is Theodred, I think.
Yeah,
He is it's in the lore book.
Is it?
yeah.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
As me and
Hold it
Vivi
up,
both
hold it
grab
up.
our lore books.
Yeah, we both
Uh,
Let's
go
all
for
consult
it.
page 37.
Fucking
Paragraph
nerds
4.
here with their
Um,
lore books.
Yeah.
I really
Vidar
consider not
Hill's
doing
beak.
that.
His actual name is Theodred. He is the nephew to Theodric, the last king of Alamigo.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess
Get
that fucking
shit
solves
on.
that. Yeah.
I would drop my mic, but I'm using it.
Yeah, so like if he doesn't show up, that's crap. I think there's a shot of Astinian in the story trailer as well, so I guess he's coming
And
back.
we already know that the ninja guy is the ninja job quest
Oh yeah.
NPC is coming
Yeah.
in.
He was in the
It wouldn't
trailer,
make
too.
sense for Astinian to come back, though.
Wouldn't
See,
it though?
I don't
No, it
know.
wouldn't.
Astinian's gonna fucking die, dude.
No. Astinian, he put his spear down. He's
Yes,
doing his own thing now.
but his best friend is going to be fighting in this war. To not be there to protect him would be
Who else has a bloodstained
Unhonorable.
Gal Bog, or
Yeah.
however the fuck you say it?
Gabe Olg.
There you go.
Gabe Olge.
That's all I saw, was it just bloodstained him standing there in some brand new armor.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I think he's going to be there. I was kind of hoping that Estinian wasn't going to be in the main storyline, but that he was going to be the Dragoon class trainer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to say that he won't be.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see him shoehorned in.
They should have just fucking killed him.
I don't think they're going to shoehorn him in. I think he's going to protect. God, why can't I think of his name?
Emmerich?
Yeah,
How do you forget his name? He's so pretty.
because
Exactly
they
why.
haven't actually done the MSQ in like 4 months.
God damn it.
I mean, I
I,
can see him being in there for a good reason, but I also can see them shoehorning as well. So I mean, I'm interested to see what they do with them, but I hope they do it well. I guess.
I don't want him. I don't want them to just throw him in like, here's our old friend Estinian. He's gonna come and help out.
Not to mention, who else would they send to fight a Dragon Primal other than the Azure Dragoon?
But he gave up the mantle.
But he walked away to heal. Maybe he found a new reason to fight. They'll probably do that whole transformation story like they like to do.
Watch, we're about
possible.
to die, and then he just magically jumps off a building.
If they make it make sense for his character, then I'll be fine with it.
Yeah, personally, I have a lot of high hopes. They've never let me down with the story yet, aside from like one or two little things. Like, as so far, like, the story in this game has been straight fire, and I don't expect the quality to drop just yet.
Sultana?
Yeah, that is the one I was mentioning. That was the
okay.
biggest load of crap.
Let's not get into that right now.
Sale coming back to be Team Super Friends with you to save Estinian.
Come
That
on.
I
I-
like.
I didn't mind Ysael.
Isael
I'm glad
had
they
some
killed
really interesting development.
She better
At
be
least they
dead.
killed
though.
her.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
better stay dead.
Let's
I got
not have a
question.
fairy tale up in this bitch.
With the send off at the end of 3.3, she will stay dead.
Yeah, I figured. But so jump potions, they're a thing now, right, guys? Just
Yeah.
double checking myself for story and for leveling.
Yeah.
How do we all feel about that?
I'm totally fine with it. I have a friend
Yeah.
who joined the game fairly recently, about 2 months ago, and it was such a drag trying to get him through the Realm Reborn.
Yeah, the
level
2.x series is
Yeah,
just
they were
so
bad.
fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
And like at the time, you know, for us who are still playing at that time, those quests were fine. You know, it was nice to be able to quest again after a few months no content. But having to go through it all at once is such a bog, and he almost didn't make it through.
I can totally understand. I've been trying to sell my best friend from grade school on this game for like 4 years, and I finally got him. And then he has the DNS error on the PS4 this week, so I'm trying to fix that for him. And then I actually am going to wake up at 2, Pacific, to log him in on his PS4 so I can make a character on Gilgamesh, because there's no other chance.
We all have that friend that we're like, oh, geez, I would love to play Final Fantasy XIV with this friend, but I would never subject them.
To the 2.x storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I'm
Handing out T-shirts in Mordona.
Yeah.
Report to Minfilia and the Waking Sands.
Everybody gets a club polo.
Now,
I
as
mean,
far as
like,
story goes, like, I don't care about anyone skipping, but I don't know about you guys, but if you go a trial roulette and you get into Titan Hard, and you wipe that like 4 or 5 times with all these newbies, how are you going to feel then?
I mean, I do my mentor roulette daily, and I still have people who wipe on Titan Hard.
What I wanted was a potion that would allow you to skip, everything up to Ultima, Praetorium, or even everything up to 2.4. Because I mean, they need to skip to where the arcs begin.
Yeah, I do hope that
my mind.
I haven't looked a whole much at the jump potion stuff because it doesn't really concern me. Like, I'm not the target demo for it, but I do hope that it has some kind of way to get people engaged with the story, so that they don't just pop in Heaven's Word and they're like, "Whoa,
I mean,
we killed the Sultana. What happened?" You know what I mean?
They said that when they were thinking of jump potions, that if they did do a story skip potion, that they would have like a long cutscene that they would have the choice of whether or not to watch.
Yeah. And they also did put an emphasis on the on ending journey in the in room. So
Also,
I mean, it's
let's
really
be
gonna be
honest here.
optional.
It's still going to be $50.
Right.
Yes.
Only for, I mean, again, for both of them. I mean, I can see older, older players who want to get an extra alt up or another job up, use a job potion.
That's
I can also see, gamers who are experienced gamers and MMOs or otherwise getting into it, like my friend per se, and doing that for him. But just the fact that anyone could go buy it, I don't know if it's gonna be a net positive or a big net negative. I think we're gonna have to wait and see on that.
There are going to be people that are going to buy every single job up to 60 once they can.
once they
I
can.
mean,
Yeah, but-
If they can. I mean, like, it doesn't work on Red Major Samurai, though, so I'm
It's
totally
limited.
fine with it.
It's limited per character. You can only buy one of each, or
I think
so
at
that was one
4.1,
count.
you can buy them as many as you want.
Is
For
it
now,
really?
it's
Is it
limited.
4 now? Oh, okay.
For now. Because I can't remember the reasoning behind it, but they specifically said, like, for now until 4.1 or 4.2, they're going to limit it to one per character. But I'm looking on the site right now, and Tales of Adventure Realm Reborn, it's going to run you $18. Tales of Adventure Heavensward, $25. And then to get it one job to 60, it's going to be $25.
People will definitely pay that. Now, have any of you guys played World of Warcraft?
Yes,
No.
I've played it since BC pretty competitively.
Did you ever boost a character?
Totally.
All right, so the one thing they do right is they have the whole beginning part of when you boost a character is just like a tutorial, and they actually
they have
teach
the
you how to play
scenario.
your job. And I doubt Final Fantasy 14 is going to have something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they will either because, I mean, as it is, the fastest way to level a job is Palace of the Dead, 51 to 60. So people will go in with that on classes that they have at level 1, and they'll end up all the way to 60 and have no idea how to really play the class. I mean, that's something that already happens.
Yeah, we're already seeing that now.
So, some of the worst people I see in Duty Finder have Kinna weapons.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I get into Expert Roulette and I see, 3 out of 4 people have Kinna weapons, I'm going to automatically assume that I'm in for a bad time.
Yeah.
That's a good marker, though. Keep that
I
in mind.
mean, if you go into expert roulette, you should automatically assume that you're in for a bad time.
Well, yeah.
No one does roulettes anymore this late into the expansion.
I mean, in a perfect world for me,
Ugh.
it would be like a 15 or 20 minute cutscene that pretty much gives you a synopsis of the entire story up to this point, and then they throw you into a tutorial, just like basic.
Yeah,
basic.
They can summarize it pretty well with just a narration.
Like
20
I think
minutes.
they missed a really big opportunity with ending 3.5, to throw the Warrior Light into a circumstance where it's a new beginning, kind of like what Heavensward was, and then they could have
that's
a
the
new
thing.
player just through that experience, they learn their job.
I think the reason they didn't throw us into a situation like that is that it's pretty much known at this point that they're going to do that within the MSQ of Stormblood itself.
Yeah, I mean, also, I'm not sure how, where we're going when, if that makes sense in Stormblood.
Well,
I mean,
here's the thing. The Susano Primal is level 63.
right, that's what I was going to say.
We're definitely going to Kugane first.
Yeah, which, by the narrative story elements, it felt like Alamigo was where we were going for first.
So, I think we're going to go to Alamigo. We're going to be like, oh shit, this is way too hard. And then we're like, wait a minute, what if they were to fight a war on 2 fronts? Go to Kugane, help Kugane stage a revolution, and when they have to send a bunch of their military force down there to quell that revolution, or once that revolution succeeds, we'll go back to Alamigo and then be like, Xenos, sup?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of what I was thinking as well. I mean, also to go straight into Alamigo after how epic the end of Heavensward was. I mean, that'd be too much gratification right away in a sense. So, they're going to send you off on that long journey to get back to where you needed to be at the beginning in the first place.
See, I was thinking, based off the story trailer that we've all seen a million times now, that it kind of followed the Alamigo then Kugane type thing, and the way I was thinking before I saw the 63 Susano thing would be that we would go to Alamigo, get our shit pushed in. Y'shtola would get,
Axed.
Yeah.
Well, I guess sorted. Katana.
Yeah, Katana. She'd get her Oni Kenshined, and then we hop over to Kugane for reinforcements.
Right, and I mean,
I don't know
can see that too. I mean, but I'm saying, but the majority that I think that'll happen very quickly, where you go to Alamigo and then are forced to immediately reassess and re-strategize somewhere else, and that's kind of as a teaser,
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, after the launch, not the launch trailer, the full trailer, which shows Alamigo first, then Kugane, and then we find out that the Kugane dungeon is like level
63.
Level 63. Yeah. A lot of people were saying, oh yeah, they're just going to have us go back and forth. But no, it's a few months by boat. Like, let's be real.
See, I'm thinking that we're going to go to Kugane first. We're going to go with a little samurai dude and Yugiri and like bolster that and get them on our side. Meanwhile, the grand companies are going to be going at it. And then something's going to happen, we're going to come back, and then Xenos is going to fuck our shit up, and then that's going to be the end of the main scenario, and then through 4.0, we're going to be doing the Alamigo stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed, there hasn't been a single shot of Alamigo.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that's not in game, it doesn't look like.
They've been trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
never
What
showed
if-
us Oz's Law for 3.0.
Yeah, what if Alamigo is like Az's Law?
I think
Well,
Alamigo's
also-
dunzos.
Yeah, well, also another one that's similar in that vein, thought, is the actual Doma hasn't been seen either.
Well, Doma's gone.
Yeah, it's been burned down. Like, where's the ruins? You know what I mean?
Isn't that the area where there's like a little cutscene where we're like flying over the area? And then wouldn't that be like everything that's like flooded? Like
Doma,
that
yeah,
level?
we do see it in the Yangtze, I think it is. The area after the Red Sea.
Now I want to tie something in earlier. Is like iconic samurais, Doma and Cyan from Final Fantasy VI. This expansion is huge Final Fantasy VI fan service, and as an old guy, I'm very happy about that.
Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
my
VI
friend-
and Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah, my friend who's really huge on 6 said that he will unsub if, like, the Doma song isn't in the game somewhere.
If there isn't, like, even a reference to Cyan, then I will be salty.
I don't
Because
think they could. They
6
won't. They know it. They know it.
6 is my baby.
Yeah,
6 is my
favorite.
sweet rubber
Absolutely.
baby buggy bumper child. Like, I want more of 6.
They're gonna have so much 6 in this. I mean, even
Oh,
on
they
the E3 tonight, they had the new mount, which is the Magitech mount from Final Fantasy
And the
VI.
new enemies we saw in the a demo trailer of the jobs and stuff.
Yeah, number 24.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'm so excited.
So
I mean,
much
again,
six.
simple fact is, this is the only other game with a really named empire like in 6. So, even in 12, it's a little different. So, I mean, the opportunities here are amazing. Like, I'm just thinking about Kefka, Towers, anything like that would be amazing.
Well,
Well,
we're also getting a lot of 5 with the Interdimensional Rift, Omega, Shinryu.
Well, just the meta, you're right. Just the meta of how the worlds are connected, definitely reference to 5 for sure.
I mean, we're getting a lot of 11 too with the Sky Gods and all that.
A lot of 12 as well.
I
You
feel
know,
like
we're getting a lot of Final Fantasy 1 with the Red Mage.
Yeah.
I feel like if they didn't throw Kefka in with the Warring Triad, then they're probably not going to do it in 4.0.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. But even something not even in name, but in spirit, it doesn't have to be a direct tie-in. I mean, he's my favorite character of all time.
You're just
So-
like, a boy can dream.
Well,
Exactly.
everyone, let's remember, it's called Dimensional Rift Omega.
All right.
If it's in a Dimensional Rift, they can throw in whatever the fuck they feel like.
Yeah, everything's fair game. Like the Chocobros from Final Fantasy 15 could just roll in on their car and run us over.
I mean, it's much different than Driveway Omega.
It is called Dimensional Rift, so it's probably a guarantee that at some point we'll see a hint of Gabriel.
I think it's kind of weird that the gear for that they revealed tonight is all like Eastern themed. That's kind of
I noticed something. I noticed something even more than the Eastern themes. I noticed how the designs of the gear they showed for the glamour. It was all pretty plain looking in some sense. I mean the textures on the fabrics and that stuff. They'll definitely be there when you're playing the game. But if you look at the designs, it reminds me way much more of like late 1.0 and like just ARR gear than Heaven's Ward, which was much more ornate looking.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm not the biggest fan of, over-designed gear. Exactly. I mean, that's what I was saying. I'm interested to see what they do with you can see the whole new design theme that they're keeping throughout the story of Stormblood, what we've seen of the architecture. I mean, very consistent work. I mean, and that's why I think people keep on playing the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really interested to see how they're going to work in the gear design contest stuff they had.
Most likely dungeon gear.
I mean, one of them was like, it looked like the High Allegan set. The other one's like a Witch Doctor.
Oh, yeah. And if they do end up doing like a Magitech research facility dungeon, then they could work in the tank gear or something. That song in that dungeon in 6 is so amazing.
Did anyone get like a Final Fantasy 15 vibe from that? Like the creation stuff where it was like half machine?
Much more 6. I mean,
you think so?
Yeah, much more 6.
Like, yeah, they were literally like the sprites from 6 pulled out, polished, and put in the game.
Made 3D.
All we know is that we're getting into some of like the darker shit the Empire's done.
Yeah, which is really awesome.
Pardon my French, but it's getting real. Absolutely. I mean, when they showed that Panaway scene on the map, and you see how much is clouded over. And you see how big the world
stuff on that.
That was the most epic part of the whole game for me up until this point, because then you really get to see. Because again, I tell people like, "Oh, I played this game, blah blah blah." They're like, "Oh, how long is it?" I'm like, "I don't know, 10 years." I mean, man.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?"
Yeah, one thing about the Empire that I don't think we've really seen much of as of yet, or that a lot of people don't realize. We think the Empire is this giant looming threat. We fought them a bunch of times. We only fought one Legion.
Yep.
I mean.
Yep.
The Empire's massive, so there's a lot more to them. Like, we were just a speck on their radar as of yet.
There's a lot more to the Empire. There's a lot more to their own, like, internal conflicts.
We are probably going to kill the Emperor's son at this point.
I hope so.
I don't know, man.
And thinking about that map, too, that's only one continent to show. Oh, I'm hoping that was his voice during the trailer. He sounds...
You mean the so spirited yet so
spirited. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his voice.
That sent chills.
Did anyone else hear the thing about how he's going to have a lot in common with the Warrior of Light?
Hopefully.
I
thought they said that. So I'm thinking he's probably going to be like he's going to be like the Warrior of Light, but he's going to be like the dark side, like the real, like, Warrior Darkness kind of thing. Where he's like, but the evil Ysael.
I kind of hope he isn't, because one of the most interesting things to me about Garleans is that they can't use magic, like, at all. Yeah. They have to rely on Magitech. So, like, I don't want there to be a Garlean that has the Echo or, any kind of magic. I would prefer it to be like a fake version of the Echo, if anything.
I have seen a Garlean use magic before.
Magitech Echo.
Remember the little trial with Roban? Anybody?
I don't remember that.
Oh, where the one chick she uses cure on you? So it is canon at this point.
Hilda.
Yeah,
not Hilda.
No.
Lucia.
Lucia. Yeah, Lucia.
Okay. Lucia is Bay.
Yep.
But here's one thing, though. Garleans use Magitech. Let's go back to Final Fantasy VI. What if they get Magicite, where they're actually able to put it on people like that? Oh my god!
I think we just blew his mind.
You blew my mind. It's like over on the other side of the room now. I'll give you time to pick it up. I gotta go get it. I'll be right back.
Sean, I'm sorry that this has gone completely off topic.
I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck they're going to explain like those things that they created from Final Fantasy VI that are somehow serving the Garleans.
Yeah, I'm really interested in all of it. I think probably the number one thing that I'm looking forward to in Stormblood is going to be the Garlean interactions, because the Garlean Empire is one of the most interesting things to me about the game.
It's been a big mystery.
Well,
yeah, they're a big mystery. And if I could, I would pledge myself to them and rid the land of all you filthy Eorzeans.
what's really
And
interesting that in Kugane there is a Garlemald embassy, because Kugane is kind of like a neutral zone.
Well, yeah, because Kugane said, "Please don't do this to me. You can take us over."
We know how much influence Garlemald has taken from ancient Allag, and the Allagans had chimeras. They had neurolinks. So, theoretically, any monstrosity the Garleans create,
Oh yeah,
if they have that education from ancient Allag, they could make that like a thrall or some kind of servant to Garlemald.
The base quality of what they can do, the base level of what they're capable of, has always gone up in the story, and it never goes back down, because again, it's all technologically based. So, the longer they've just had to sit with this stuff, the more they're going to be gaining from it. So again, anything connected to 6, like Magicite, I'm just talking out of my ass here, making stuff up here, but as an idea of what, nothing is really going to be off limits. And especially if we think about the thematic things from 6 and from 5 and what we saw throughout this last, expansion, I'm excited. I have no idea what they're going to do.
Magicite, you take the concentrated essence of a primal that was summoned with ether, with crystals. You take that concentrated essence and you put it into one crystal. I mean, it's entirely feasible.
And a great story point. A whole story to discover it, how to stop it, and how to use it in the future.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, the Empire...
want to stop it.
The Empire reusing Allagan technology is something that they could take all the way through, because the Allagans did kind of rule the world at one point. And the lore book at least hints that Ozzy's Law is not the only such facility.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's 100% plausible that there's an Allagan like a facility like Ozzy's Law that's on their continent, on the continent that Garlemald has, and they just had that for so long that they are mastering it at this point.
Yeah, and not something small either. That could be why they've hidden an entire continent from us.
For the whole point of 3.0, they were up there the whole time, and we just fucked off and left them up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows what they found?
Yeah, I mean, an Omega weapon coming out of nowhere and then squaring off against Shinryu, and probably the coolest cutscene of the game so far.
Absolutely.
I mean, let's give credit where credit is due. The cutscenes in this game have gotten amazing.
Yeah, have you guys done the culinarian quests?
No. Oh my god.
I think that with regards to what Garlemald has found, where they found it, I think that how Cartano is the whole center of PvP, and I really don't think that they ever expanded on it as much as they could if they made it all about the city-states as opposed to some other enemy. So,
were any of you guys underwhelmed by the last quest in 3.0 in comparison to 2.0? Because I mean,
not really.
I was kind of underwhelmed.
I thought it set things up pretty well.
Yeah, I loved how A Realm Reborn ended with, the craziness that was 2.55 with everything with the Sultana, us getting exiled from the city-states, everything going crazy. I thought that was awesome. But at the same time, I'm really glad that they didn't just find some excuse to do something similar. I'm glad that it's kind of calmer. We're going into this a bit more prepared. It's not like a crazy rush into it. It's like Heaven's Ward ended and a new game is starting, from scratch. And I'm
absolutely
okay with that.
Not to mention, it's a lot harder to backpedal from than what they did with murdering the Sultana.
Oh, yeah.
Shinryu is within Garlemald territory. We can't just let that sit around.
Right. I mean, another thing, too, is, when I looked at how it ended, again, I feel like, ARR is the beginning of the arc. The end of it and the beginning of Heaven's Ward is the peak, and then, the end of Heaven's Ward is the end of one arc. I feel like they go together, and I feel like this is the start of a whole new arc, and we're going to see this one extend for another expansion probably again, too.
Heaven's Ward, the end of 2.55, I felt like that was something that us as the player character needed to go through. It was that big humbling moment for the Warrior of Light.
Character development, absolutely.
Now, one thing that that was a bit disappointing for me in Heaven's Ward, though, as in regards to the story, one thing that I'm looking for is I kind of want us to win for once. All through Heaven's...
As opposed to just not losing?
as opposed to every single victory, I feel like almost every victory that we had since 2.0 has been kind of bittersweet. I mean, you know, we got Yashola back, but she's blind and kind of fading away. We got Thancred back, but he's, you know, can't use magic anymore. You know, we got Minpila back, but now she's gone. We got
Heaven's Ward was really dark. Heaven's Ward was really dark.
Yeah,
I mean, and
even up to Papalimo and Yida with the most heart-wrenching stuff ever.
That killed me.
Yida
Absolutely killed me.
With spoilers, Yida being dead forever and Papalimo killing himself. Like,
Finally.
I want us to win.
Yida not confirmed dead.
Every victory for the Warrior
Oh
of
my
Light
God,
so
I
far
can't
has
believe we
been
haven't
utterly
talked about
Pyrrhic.
I'm just waiting for the reveal that Ida's actually been alive all this time and is working with the Garleans.
Oh my god, I hope so.
I'm waiting for the reveal that Yida is actually Xenos.
I know, right? Like,
No,
that was...
No way.
She let her hair down.
And is 3 feet taller than her sister.
Right, exactly.
I mean, the
real
armor
quick.
adds a lot to the height.
Real quick, bold prediction here. I think my mini bold prediction, which you guys can make fun of me if it doesn't come true, is that we haven't seen the last of Papalimo yet.
Oh my
I would
god, I
doubt it.
swear to god, if there's like a little baby Lalafell Phoenix in the raid, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Not that
That's
bad.
hilarious.
Not that bad.
No,
I'm thinking
He's like a
I
half
think-
retarded, like Lalafell
I
Phoenix.
think Papalimo's Aether is now intertwined within Shinryu, and we're going to get a send-off.
That's
as,
a great.
see,
Shinryu and you know, what's his name?
see that my bold
Louis
prediction.
was finest pupil.
My bold prediction is on that. What I'm thinking is, like you're saying, his Aether mixed with Shinryu, but I think that what it's gonna, my bold prediction is what it's gonna be is that Shinryu, that we're gonna see a possessed Papalimo, like Shinryu using Papalimo's form, and like that's why Shinryu isn't blasting across the countryside, is he's in hiding as a possessed Papalimo.
It's plausible.
I could
would
also
be pretty interesting.
That's my bold prediction.
But I think
Papalimo's head
Papalimo
turns
needs to
360 degrees and he starts vomiting pea soup and he says, "Your mother sucks cocks in hell."
Oh my god.
That's all I, want.
I could also see with Papalimo and Ilberd, you know, Ilberd having summoned Shinryu and
Oh my
Papalimo
God.
having like that sort of internal fight where you've got both of the entities in one housing, so to speak.
No,
I will see
no,
them
it's a
again.
fucking half
That's
Lala, half Highlander, like mutation inside Shinryu. Oh my
It
No,
just-
no, no.
It just
I-
Lawful.
it would look like
lawful
someone
body.
saving a teddy bear to a person.
No, it'd be like a lawful body and then Highlander arms, and that's the only thing that's Highlander.
Oh my god, it would look like a giant freaking...
I was talking more like, you know, spiritually, you know, a little more etherically. No.
He just drags his arms behind him as he
Oh my
walks.
god.
like the swole-ass dogs that walk on their fists and their little
No,
legs
no.
just dangle
Aw.
behind them.
Yeah, that's it. He's
He'd be like
walking
the
on his
fucking
fists.
boss.
Oh my god, it'd be like the
Sounds
guy
like
from The
Dark
Witcher
Souls.
3, if any of you guys played that.
Yeah, he's gonna look like a gorilla.
Oh my god.
No, but I do think that if they do that, even if we win, Papalimo needs to stay dead.
Yeah.
I think so too. But like, I think we're gonna see him again, like in a possessed type form or something similar to that. Not as Phoenix, not as a Thrall, but as part of Shinryu. But does anyone else have any bold predictions for Stormblood?
I think Xenos is gonna blow up Alamigo.
The real
Like-
victory.
Like we're like nuke it.
Something. I mean, he's just gonna fucking wipe it off the face of the earth.
That would actually be solid. I'd be game. I don't think Yashola is gonna die or anything like that.
No, because she's in Dissidia. She's their like favorite fucking
Yeah,
character.
Yeah, she's the face of the game. So I think Yashola is totally safe. Yugiri, on the other hand,
Oh,
But
she's
Yukiri
biting
is
it
better
so
than a
bad.
doornail. Kryl is looking to be captured. I don't think she's dead. I think she's going to be captured.
I don't want you, Gary, to die.
Alize is still up in the air. She's my fan favorite, so if she dies, I'm going to riot.
The
Alice
Garleans are
able-
gonna be waterboarding Kryl. It's gonna be fucking epic.
they're gonna be waterboarding her with a paper towel.
Just a moist towelette.
No,
Fucking-
we are
That's all
riding
it takes.
They capture. We arrive in Garlemald 1 month later. Everyone has cryo jackets.
Ugh.
Oh,
It's like even the Garleans got the cryo jacket before we did.
Yeah.
I fucking remember people thought that was Papa Limo in the trailer. I'm like, are you guys fucking retarded? Oh my god.
I know another like mini prediction that me and my friends have is that we are going to get our shit kicked in, but it's going to be like an echo, like foretelling, warning us not to fight the Garleans yet.
Oh my
It was
god.
all a dream.
I didn't even think about that could be
You
the
know
echo.
what?
Yeah.
If they do that, I'm calling a fucking cop out.
No,
They do
I
that
really.
something.
Well, see, there's no way. Like, there's no way that Square, who hides spoilers so much, will put Y'shtola getting cut in half in the cinematic like she did. So that's why me and my friends are thinking it's going to be like
You're
the echo
probably
it's
showing
a
us.
red herring. They want to get all people all worked up, and then we're gonna find out that 2 quests later that she was fine or blah 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 blah. It's a
Oh my
it's a
God.
tactic. It's a tactic. It's a tactic. Here's the thing: it would be only epically Japanese and brutal if she is the face of the new Dissidia game, and they kill her in 14 in Stormblood.
Yeah.
I think that would be epically brutal, and I would applaud them.
That just,
Yeah, but I
that
don't see it
changed
happening.
everything for me. That could be an echo.
Yeah, yeah, no,
honestly,
that's totally echo.
That's what I expect it to be, and it kind of annoys me. But
See,
that's,
I think
that's-
it.
Square
I think it even
Enix.
fits. I think it even fits. We see Xenos cut Y'shtola in half, and then we see this shot of him coming up towards us, going to cut us in half, and then we wake up from the echo.
And then we have Fordola killing that old guy.
Don't forget the Empress of Ul'dah. We all thought she was dead for a good while.
I
mean,
love
again,
Fordola.
Who the fuck's Fordola?
Kid Slayer.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Fordola
oh,
is
sorry,
the-
sorry.
It is the Alamegan Highlander who betrayed her country and swore fealty to the Garleans.
The one that I thought
Yeah.
was Yda's sister, whatever it was. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kin
I
Slayer.
love Fordola so much. She has so much potential to be an interesting character.
She does.
She has so much potential. I don't want to see them squander it.
Yeah, there's so much that they can do in Stormblood, and going into Heaven's Word, I thought I knew what the story was going to be about, and I was nowhere close. So I am excited for Square to prove me wrong.
I think they will. I mean, I think that even when I think about what they did that I thought was, out of left field, it's not even the same sport when I look at it again, because it's not even how I thought they would do that differently, So I mean, I like how they, despite the fact that some people give them a lot of criticism for playing it too safe, whether it's mechanics, game composition, or story. I think that when they do take a risk in like the story, I think it always pays off.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. So, let's get back on topic here. What is the #1 thing you guys are looking forward to in Stormblood? Let's start with Mr. Ian.
I think what I'm looking forward to the most is I'm really interested in the Omega raid. I got to experience a lot of Alexander. Again, being a filthy casual, I don't get through a lot of it or very quickly, but just conceptually the way that it all left up, I want to see how they tie the story together between him and Shinryu. I think that's my biggest unanswered question about what I'm looking forward to.
Did any of you guys actually finish the A12S?
I did.
I finished
Aw.
4200 at Palace instead.
It's close enough, I guess.
I mean, it's harder than
It
A12S.
probably has more story than Alexander.
I mean, there's no story.
More
But
colors?
It's all white. Once you get to floor 150, it's all white.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so epic. So,
It's really good. It's hard. It's oddly enough, though, if you can get past floor 189, you've won, basically. Like, 190 on is the easy part.
I know, right?
How about them fucking chimeras and Sasquatches, though?
Yeah, the chimeras are the bitches. Like, there's one time we stepped on a luring trap and 2 chimeras spawned on
Oh.
us. And we collectively shit our pants.
So what's the #1 thing you're looking forward to in Stormblood, Mr. Peepsy?
A lot of different things. Mainly the story, just because I'm a huge lore nerd. But I'm looking forward to the new challenge of the new trials. Trials are something unique to this game that I think they always just produce the most cinematic battles I've ever seen in MMO.
Lakshmi looks fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, so I'm super looking forward to the trials. Oddly enough, what I'm looking forward to the most isn't going to be in on the first patch. I loved Palace of the Dead, so I'm looking forward to another climb for the new Palace of the Dead.
Do you think it's going to be that tower? Or something
oh
else?
Yeah, 100%. It's totally going to be a tower that just keeps going up instead of going down this time. It's going to be Mortal Kombat ladder.
It's not bad. Vivi, what's the number one thing you're looking forward to in Stormblood?
Honestly, lore and story. That probably takes the top spot, but I think I'm equally excited to get to sort of, relearn and get acquainted with all of the classes and their unique abilities and battle styles again. I'm really a strong proponent of learning every class so you can, work with them a little bit better, be it raids, dungeons, etc. So I'm really sort of excited to learn how they all synergize again and learn how to maximize DPS and utility and stuff like that.
Yuri?
I'm looking forward to all the salt T tiers that are going to be shed by everyone, because I know the salt will flow no matter what.
The spice must flow.
But in all honesty, what I'm really looking forward to, now that we've seen more concrete evidence of everything, I'm looking forward to the primals and, beyond into Omega, because they've gotten pretty creative with the ideas. If you saw what they did with Susano, I think the design this is going to be the best tier ever.
I'm looking forward to the Susano EX party finders that won't invite white mages or monks.
Dude, no, listen. If you saw Susano, you know exactly what's coming in Susano EX. And
it does look insane.
Well, let's say that we've seen it before in another primal that gave plenty of people a really hard time.
I think hard mode is going to give people a hard time. Well, story mode, whatever it is. I mean, it looked pretty complicated.
I
think it might be the next Titan hard mode, which actually presented a challenge when it was relevant.
I mean, way to the land is way to the land.
I mean, I think that we always have to keep in mind, too, there still could be, like, a huge surprise with, like, an extra primal that they didn't get announced, an extra trial. That would be crazy. Like how the Knights of the Round were in Heavensward all of a sudden.
I mean, I assume that's going to happen, but I don't think there's going to be an EX mode for it right off the bat.
Probably, yeah.
Knights EX didn't even come out till 3.1. I don't even think they were planning on doing a Knights EX until everyone wanted it, and they're like, we need to give people weapons to beat A3S.
Yeah.
I know. They were like, people want harder content. Let's take every mechanic ever.
I still don't think Thornton EX was that hard. I still don't think so.
The party was incompetent.
After Phase 6, he just repeats mechanics. They just combine it a different way.
Yeah, I haven't cleared it yet, which is one of the things I want to try and do in this last couple of days. I know one other thing that, like, a lot of my friends are going on about, like in my free company and everything, and I'm seeing a lot, is people talking about rushing to max level, which I don't think is...
Do that.
That's so stupid.
Because, I mean...
Enjoy the story. It's a Final Fantasy game. Would you ever skip the cutscenes in any other
Well,
Final
no,
Fantasy?
I don't mean, like, skipping the cutscenes. I mean, like, going hard, trying to get through it to start getting stuff at max level to get ready for the raid or whatever. But with how they're talking about it and everything, like, first patch of Heavensward, when you got the max level, there wasn't a whole lot to do right off the bat.
You're going to be grinding hunts.
They're going to get bored really quickly. I mean, looking back on it, I think the thing I'm going to look forward to the most really is having a chance to look at a new zone for the first time at 4 in the morning when no one else is on there and just walk around, and that feeling that only this game in 11 can give a gamer.
I'm on Balmung, so I'm never going to be alone in a zone.
Yeah.
But,
they're going to be right on your leg.
Yeah, it's a free minion. Did you guys know you get a free minion when you come to Balmung? It's just a horny Lolliful that humps your leg through everything.
It changes every day.
Yeah, no, I have an alt there. It was a Lollifel too. It got kind of complicated. We just kind of rolled around.
Mine was a food ephemero, but okay, to each their own.
But I also think that the development team is very heavily hinting towards don't rush. Like, every time they ever do a live letter for the last year, they always say, take your time, enjoy what we've done, you know, don't rush through it. So I really think, I am wondering if like a lot of people are going to feel disenfranchised with the end game not being as expansive as it is right now, just because right now we have so much to do where Heavensward ended.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a new expansion, and there is more endgame stuff that's coming.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to make the same mistake of having 6 months between 4.0 and 4.1.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. I also think that 4.05 is going to see the release of the relic weapon, because that was a mistake that they know they made in Heavensward.
They have to.
I was starting it too late.
They started it way too late.
3.1 with 3 separate steps.
Yeah,
I
then it
think-
sucks.
I have a lot of faith in this development team to learn from their mistakes, because they clearly have.
They even call each other out on it. Like Yoshi P called out, was it? I think it had to be the project manager or something for making the dueling circle a square.
I
No.
was at that fan fest. It was hilarious. It was
Yeah.
so freaking funny. I
No,
was there in
Koji
Vegas.
was
It so
explaining
funny.
it. Koji was explaining it because obviously there's a language barrier, so he's showing him with his fingers, and
Yeah.
and he's going, no, it's a square, but it's called a circle, and Yoshi just goes, why?
Not to mention, today at the live letter, like Yoshi P cemented that Glamour is the end game.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
absolutely true though.
Fashion
They were
goals.
talking like Glamour. They said like Glamour, which, as we all know, is what everyone goes for in this game. Is like Glamour, yes.
Ugh.
No,
My
it was
favorite part
Matt
of the
that
live
said,
letter.
Matt that said Glamour is the end game, and Yoshi P was like, Glamour, yes.
My favorite part about today's live letter was when they're like, let's start with a hard question, white mages, and immediately Yoshi goes,
I'm going back to Japan.
I go.
Yeah.
I leave.
I go back to Japan.
Well, when they asked him about the ACT at the fucking fan fest, he actively tried to leave the room.
Yeah. They had to restrain him.
Now, my number one thing for Stormblood has got to be, it's something we haven't talked about, Eureka. Do you guys have any hopes for that?
It's all going to be tied to Relic. We already know it.
Now, I don't really understand it. What is it? I read a little bit about it.
They
I
haven't
don't
said
get it.
much. They said it's supposed to be a little bit like 11. And that's
Nice
pretty much
while.
all they've said.
Hmm.
And it's supposed to be like an end game zone just for Relic.
All I've heard is that they're going to take what they've learned from Diadem and apply it to this.
What have they
So-
learned from Diadem?
Make it more like
Take everything that they thought was good about Diadem and throw it in the trash and start from scratch.
I hope so.
I'd like to see a
300-man
Dynamis. I'd like to see a Dynamis or even a Besieged, like from 11. Like
I
where
want 300-man fates against Brachiosauruses.
I want 2-team PvP that has the castle in the middle, like they showed in that artwork.
I
It's
want
like the Castle Siege.
I want like SS rank hunts that scale like depending on the patch where it gets more difficult instead of the Heavensward S ranks that you can light party.
I want a 200-man fate against Demon Wall.
what if you combine those two ideas where you could self-spawn your SS ranks and then have 300 people fight it, like old school, high notorious monsters?
Dude,
Oh,
my fucking
jeez.
dream would be like B through S ranks that have drop items that pertain to your relic.
That'd be cool. I'd
That
hunt
would
for
be
relics. I'd hunt for relics for sure.
Somewhere it's not 100% drop either.
I mean,
Oh, yes.
not 100% drop, fine. 0.2% drop, no.
I mean like 10, 20% drop.
10 to
We
15.
don't need Atlas.
And I
again.
mean each level of the tier has like different items that you might need. That would
Yeah.
be the fucking dream for me.
Yeah.
Somewhere it's
Because-
actually engaging. And it's not
Yeah,
like just
exactly.
handed to you.
You have a reason to hunt instead
Oh yeah,
of just getting more than one currency at a time.
and as a massive Final Fantasy fan, we can't forget Return to Ivalice.
Yep, that's
yes,
why. That's
24 man.
Man,
Evil?
are you ready for the Gabranth armor for tanks?
No, it's going to be tactics.
Yeah, it's gonna be tactics.
Now
I
they
mean-
said that was going to be like It's not going to be like we're going to their world. It's going to be in our world.
Dude, they can still put in the Gabrith armor, please.
So I'm kind of interested where they're going to put it.
I'm secretly hoping for a Doom Train fight.
Oh,
That
man,
would be epic, dude. Epic.
That's going to be
The
5.0.
The whole 24 man
Listen.
is the train.
They've always hinted at it, so it's coming eventually.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we have a giant Garlean factory that could use some kind of means of transportation, taking things out of it.
Well, and they've mentioned specifically, like, a phantom train.
Yep, just, they need to just change the Monk Limit Break 3 to a suplex for that fight only.
You stole my joke, man.
so-
I was just about to slip it
Well,
in
so
there.
here's the thing, though. If you watch the Susano fight, I'm going to try and speak in very vague terms so that I don't spoil anything. But they could literally just add like a thing for someone to walk up to and grab that does a suplex on the train.
Interesting.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing this in like terms that I hope won't
Spoil anything?
spoil anything for Susano.
I think that thus far, Final Fantasy XIV has never disappointed us when it comes to fan service and what people want, though. So I'm sure eventually it's coming, and I am 100% content to wait. I mean, hey, we're getting Samurai and Red Mage, like, expansion after we asked for it, so.
Yeah. I mean, no Blue Mage, but I mean, it's something.
Listen,
Can
Blue
I-
Mage is going to take a long time for them to actually flesh out how it works.
Should have been Puppet Master.
Can we get alternate jobs where I can be a Dark Knight that actually does like some damage with the scythe? Not have to use a sword all the time?
Should have been Geomancer.
Ugh.
If we're gonna have
Man.
a weird one, let's have Chemist.
I just want to hit somebody with a bell.
People thought it was going to be Chemist when they were going to do Machinist.
See, that's what my one of my friends was thinking whenever they do the Garlemald expansion is that we'll be learning from friendly Garleans and possibly getting something like Chemist as a healer and Magitech Knight as a tank or something similar to that.
That'd be kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
But who knows? We got a whole expansion ahead of us here in just a couple days, and I'm
New
sure we'll have
life
lots
will
Yeah,
more
watch.
to talk
dude.
about.
What is it? 2 days now? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's only 2 days away.
It'll be a day after this actually goes up on YouTube.
It just got real.
So real. So I think that's going to do it for the pilot, guys. I think, what are we at? An hour and 5 minutes? That's not bad.
Roughly.
Not an official episode. Can't talk. Episode yet, but you know, it's something.
I think we covered a lot of cool stuff. I think we had a bunch of fun things come up we didn't expect to say. So I mean, I think this is really nice. Good start.
I think the
Oh, yeah.
5 people who will watch this, who are all related to us, are gonna love it.
Try 10 because we're at least going to watch this twice.
My parents don't talk to me anymore. It's just me.
I mean,
was
I'm
about
not
to say-
watching this. I wouldn't watch this.
the
I was
three,
about to
Right.
say
the,
I have two
the
parents. but-
3 people on the 14 subreddit who watch this and point out all the ways we're wrong are
Oh
going
my
to...
god, there's going to be like, I hate your voice, you scumbags. Kill
No,
yourself.
It's going to be all the lore people like, excuse me, you got this part wrong. It's actually this person.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I'd be glad
But,
they're listening closely, though. I mean, that's a good sign.
I will
But
curb
hey,
stomp them.
But I mean, hey, we got to make sure that we stay healthy. You know, Stormblood and drink water.
Look at the
Yeah,
sunlight
I
once a day.
already have a 24 pack of Red Bull.
Yeah.
Same. I actually I have a Google schedule already made for what I'm doing during Stormblood.
Oh
Look,
my
I got
God.
6 pounds of gummy bears, 2 pounds of cheese balls, a 12-pack of Red Bull, a 24-pack of beer. I'm good. Like,
You don't have to
I
move
am-
for at least 5 days.
I am 100% planning on all-nighting on Friday.
Yeah, I'll be
yeah.
up.
Oh my god, it's a Friday, absolutely. Especially because,
Yeah.
like I said, I gotta sign in the morning to make my friend a character,
I
go
already
to work
took
for
the
half a
weekend
day.
off.
I only can take a half day, and then I'm gonna come right back, and God forbid, I don't know when I'm gonna go to bed.
Unfortunately, I'm going out drinking with friends on Saturday, so...
I have 5 days off, so
I
Go
asked
out,
for the
buy
time
a
off
PS
for
Vita
launch.
and play at the bar. That's what you have to do.
I asked for the time off for launch the second the Square Enix CEO walked on stage with a gun and threatened Yoshi until he gave a release date.
Jesus.
yeah, yeah, it's gonna be lit. I actually bought it on PS4 and PC with early access on both because I'm horrible, so that I can play upstairs on my big screen TV or on my computer.
You gotta have options, man.
Yeah, I mean, who cares about having money?
Don't worry, I got it on 2 PS4s. I mean, don't feel bad.
I mean, I'm the one who's stupid enough to buy the physical collector's edition for $250. So.
Raising my hand here. Raising my hand. Absolutely.
You don't scratch my friend who bought the Odin $300 thing to get the Zantetsuken emote.
Okay, listen, I know this is off topic, but I'm sorry for going completely off topic here, but since we're talking about expensive collector's editions, did you guys hear about the $800 Assassin's Creed collector's edition?
What, for a Dark Souls ripoff game?
Does it come with a free assassination of a target on your choice? Because that's the only thing I can think of to justify that.
I know this is off topic, but good God.
That's okay. That's what editing's for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, we're slowly dripping off topic because I'm pouring another drink, so I don't mind.
Oh my God. On that note, all right. So either next week or the week after, we're going to be doing this on Twitch Live. You can check us out on Twitch at Duty Roulette at Twitch, Twitter at Duty Roulette, and YouTube, which if you're watching this, it's on Duty Roulette.
If you enjoyed it, tell a friend. If you didn't enjoy it, tell your enemy so you can annoy him with it.
And if anyone feels the need to send an email, any feedback or anything, we'll read it on the show. So
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Send a strongly worded email, and I will read it dramatically.
Oh,
smash that like button.
All right, guys, we will catch
Thanks for listening.
next time.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys. See ya.
Love you.
Ouch.